Hi everyone. Well, I just bought this off Facebook Marketplace. I saw it advertised for $2,500 and it was advertised as having a blow-in gearbox. The guy said that the gearbox wouldn't go into reverse gear. So I thought I'd do a bit of research before I go to look at this, just to see what could possibly be wrong. And the gearboxes in these are quite complex, but very unusual for just the reverse not to work. However, online, a lot of people didn't realise how to engage reverse, and it is pretty difficult. So today we went to have a look at this, and we started it up, and I jumped in and instantly put it in reverse and drove it back and forward. The guy's pretty shocked because I'd already offered him $2,000 if I was happy with it, and he kind of wanted to bump the price up after he discovered that reverse was actually working. But he honoured it, and so I've purchased it. So I did drive it around a little bit. It does need a fair bit of going over. There's a few things that are wrong. Firstly, this exhaust in here is absolutely rotted out. As you can see, big hole in the back there. So that's a job to fix. I need to kick this top off here and just have a look at the drive system. It's driving, but it's just not driving as good as it should, I'm sure, and it almost feels like the chains are missing a tooth or something. I'm not sure, but I'm going to get the cover off it, take a look at it, and see what's going on. Unfortunately, on the way home, the fuel cap came off, which is really annoying, but sure, it can't be too hard to get another one. So we'll just pull this off and tear into it and see what parts we need to order, and then get it going. Well, it's not too bad, but not amazing at the same time. Looks like there is a tensioner missing off that. Something completely missing. It's too loose. It's not too bad, although looks like it's been in the salt water at some point in time. But I think that'll clean up. A bit of a tidy up. Certainly it's a bit loose. Not too bad. A little bit of work, bit of tidying up, a few adjustments, and it should be good to go. See the brakes working. I'm wondering whether this CVT belt needs replacing. Looks alright. It's got oil. There's a bit of corrosion on the engine in places, like some of these rocker covers need a bit of a clean up and tidy up, and I'm not sure it's actually getting full throttle either. It's another thing to check. Not too bad down there. Alright, time to get into it. Well, so one of those chains were even working. Some of those adjusters were completely right out. This one down here, I haven't done this one yet, but it's right at the top and it's not even connected to the chain. It's got to be right underneath that bottom chain. So I'm going to try and have a go at that now. Probably won't be able to film that, but yeah, it's amazing those chains were even working. Some of these adjusters are a bit loose and I'm not sure they're going to stay in position. I might need to think of a way of putting some sort of lock mechanism on it so that it can't move. on this one here, the adjuster is actually being put on the wrong side, and that's why it's so loose. I don't know if you can see it down there, but I'm going to have to actually take the master link off the chain, and because I can't actually put it up over the adjuster, so I'm actually going to have to take the chain apart, put the adjuster in the right place, and then put the chain back on again. Got all those tensioned up nicely now, that's good. But I think what I'll do is I'll make up later on I'll make up a little bolt that holds those tensioners so they can't move. They're kind of on a spring mechanism, but I just think those springs are getting a little bit worn, and there's a chance the tensioners could come up. So I think I'll just put like a locking bolt on there so that they can't move up. That's a lot better now. It's tensioned pretty much right. Same with the one down here. Didn't take long at all. It's much better. I'll do the other side now. The guy who got this off said he had the transmission out twice and had it rebuilt a couple of times. Just discovered he's run the wrong oil in that gearbox. He's using gear oil where these actually take automatic transmission fluid. So I'm just sucking the old gear oil out, and I'll change that and put automatic transmission fluid in it and hope that we can save it. Well, it's come up pretty good. I've given it a really good clean in there, and sure looks a whole lot better than it did. It's taken me quite a bit of time, but I've got all sorts of stuff out of it, as you can see. It's just some of the stuff that came up. Used the vacuum and it sucked it up pretty good. This is all sorts of dirt, leaves, whatever else. So I'm now going to put rust converter over it, and then put an enamel paint over the top just to give it a bit of protection. It's not rusted through, it's just got a bit of surface rust, but I think we can get on top of that and protect it, and it'll last a whole lot longer. Well, I wouldn't say it's my finest work, but that's come up alright, and I mean that should add some good years of protection to it. And yeah, I had a bit of a job getting down the sides of here, but got a piece of rag on a old hacksaw blade and just slid it down the side, and yeah, it was alright. Well, that's what's left of the exhaust. I'd be fairly confident in saying that somebody at some point in time has used this in salt water. They've obviously tidied up these wheels and put some paint on them, but at some point in time I'm pretty sure this has been used salt water, which is not really good for it. They're not designed for salt water, and that's what would have rusted that out. I'll have to try and remake that or find something that's suitable, but can't be too hard. So there's my homemade exhaust, all ready to go, mounted up, should do the job. It's been a really good fun project. I've really enjoyed getting into this and getting it running and getting it going, and can't wait to do some really epic trips somewhere around New Zealand. And in New Zealand we just have some awesome places to take vehicles like this, whether it be off-roading or on sand dunes or through the bush and forestry. Lots of exciting places, and being amphibious, it'll be fun to try it on the water somewhere. So I'll leave the video here and look forward to updating you in the future. Thanks for watching.